And now for our feature presentation.
So me go so then, but I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue, and I might not play number two. All I know the time is just getting jet. Need a lot of cheese up in my head, got a lot of dental in my bed to run every head. But I don't flick a girl, them want the road, them got the goody. Hunting me up and tell them don't take out the woody. Front way, back way, but they came on up and show me. Virgin, them want give me, and they have to took it. Hot girls out the road, I say them see me. And I tell me, say them have something big, give me. How much time I like them all, I dream about the Jimmy. Them a promise and I tell me, say I feel me. But a promise is a compared to a fool, so cool. But I don't know, say that man not be rude, it's cool. When I pet them, just wet them up just like a fool. When I dig into the river, I feel something tool. But I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want to do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I might not play number two. All I know is I'm just getting jet. Need a lot of cheese up in my head. Got a lot of dental in my head.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, sure. You're funny. Oh, how's it going? Oh, man. Doing great. I'm doing great. Yeah, some knucklehead decided it was a good idea to hang a bunch of lights in there.
Hey, how are you? Good, how are you?
What'd you decide to snack on, Stevie?
Salt and vinegar.
Also, my favorite type of chip.
Really?
Yes. I wouldn't lie to you about that.
I think cheddar sour cream is actually my favorite.
That's not mine. It would have to be salt and vinegar, and then usually plain, and then barbecue.
Okay. Top three.
But it's almost always plain or salt and vinegar. Well, do you want to know a fun fact about the rotators? So it's made by a company called Roscoe, and Roscoe makes accessories as well as color. All the R color that we use, R stands for Roscoe. Well, they filed a lawsuit against ETC because ETC was using Roscoe in the color picker. Like, you can make a color that's like Roscoe's from that.
Oh, yeah.
And so, and that's why when you go to the color picker, it says like Lead Gam and then common color is Roscoe.
Yeah.
Well, ETC said, okay, you don't want us to use any of your stuff, great. We'll take all of your personalities out of the console too. So none of your accessories will work with our consoles anymore. And so I got on the horn with them this weekend and today, and they were like, oh yeah, you just need to re-update. We were able to put that issue to bed. I'm like, I'm not updating my software in the middle of a show. We'll just go without the rotators.
Well,
Sorry, is that a little too nerdy? Did I over-nerd you?
Or am I allowed to switch it to on the touch panel?
It should be switched, and it should be muted already.
Perfect.
No, that wasn't too dirty. I had to hear you twice because I thought you said that's too dirty for you. And I was like, what was dirty about this? What that mean? Roscoe doing dirt?
Roscoe, yeah, nerd. So I'll walk you through the first one as we go, and then hopefully we'll run it a second time, and then you'll be able to call it and execute it. Okay?
yeah.
It's a little. Let's get there. Come on. Fingers crossed. No whammies, Graydon. No whammies. What's going on? You still got your lens cap on?
No. I think it still might be muted.
Huh?
I turned the projector on, but I tried to press the mute to unmute it, but it wasn't unmuting. So I might have to go on.
That TV is something different. That TV, she's going to have a laptop, and we've got a DI box there, so that she'll be able to stab in the sound from that, and that'll then go into the submix over here, and then from the submix, it goes into 5 and 6 upstairs.
Is it gonna be foggy?
I was walking past Michael's room and he came out of the room and I was like,
Let's see what we can figure out with spray.
can we put this as like a solo?
Is that Crystal?
It is.
Hi.
Hey.
For my little solo part.
Yeah.
Instead of
How's it
what I
going,
did
team?
before, just walk up.
How are you?
Oh no, like in the choreo.
Who was behind the table?
It
is. Oh, Evelyn. Hi, Evelyn. Hello. Oh, I have a question for you. Oh, yes. What are you doing here? Well, what am I doing? What are you doing? It's my job.
Working hard or hardly
So
working?
fun. So I just got here and you're just expecting me.
Wow.
Oh gosh. You're gonna give me a stomach ache. Great. What are you doing? Yeah, something. That's what happened.
No. Right in front of me. That's crazy. Wait, guys, both sides is crazy. Wait, stop because you killed that. Why? Why are you so against it? I'm not against
How's it
it.
going?
I just think that it's funny that like
Amazing.
Out of all the reasons.
they keep telling
You want to have your folks put all their
That was like
That's
no, that was like my favorite part too.
Hey
and
y'all,
I didn't.
can we set the first staging so when everything's on stage? Like
Put it
are we
all on.
actually
Put it all
bringing
on. Okay.
not the slope, just like putting it where it needs to be.
Are you gonna do costumes?
What
No?
else? Oh, sorry, I thought that was.
Well, they're not gonna know what color light to use unless the colors on the face are real. Okay.
Or also like if we've got enough and if they fit, because I don't think you guys have tried on all
To
those
lift
things,
the
right?
chair by myself.
Yes, I mean yes they have, but that's true. I can.
Leah,
Yes.
I'm not strong enough to lift the chair by myself.
What are we talking about? We're talking about tomorrow? So here's so start tomorrow. We just couldn't, bunker would be tonight too, but there's Taekwondo or Korean drumming or something. So we could, let's talk about this, shall we? So what's going to happen is we're going to be like this, is my understanding. And Leah, you got your computer to play on that thing?
Yes, it's
What you trying, oh, let's pause for a second. You need them to get your,
Yeah.
pause for a second. Do they know where the clothes are? Where are they?
in the green room in the front office.
Okay, you guys know how to get to the green room and go to the corner in the back of the cat?
Yeah.
Great, they can find their clothes?
Yeah.
Perfect, I'm just, look at me real quick. You can only do one thing. Right now, you are the 30,000-foot director. You are not the costume mistress. You are not the none of this, right? If you don't communicate as clearly with them as possible, then this whole business is gonna have a handbag. All right, so stay up here with me. Y'all go find your clothes.
Well,
You're gonna find your computer for the sound. And then hand that over to somebody else.
Yeah. Once you go back close. Can y'all go into the green room? In the little corner between the couches, there are costumes.
The house is going to open. There's going to be music playing. My understanding, I think we don't really know if it's going to be music that's playing from this track or if it's just going to be stuff that's coming from the computer that is in front of the TV. Okay? And then let's walk through our home. Once you go to 221, you can just
Bert, did you want them to set this for spikes or?
Nope. I just want them to be.
Is this far too far?
It doesn't matter that much. I mean, we could spike it. I don't think it really is. I think it's just gonna drive me crazy later because it's never gonna get back right on the spikes, and it seems like there's a lot of fluidity to it. But I'm not.
They just put it in one place and she's like, oh no, that's not where it goes.
And perhaps a spike it. Is that?
I think you're gonna have.
Okay, great.
I can help you with that.
Okay, there's some spike tape over there.
Do you want us wearing the costumes or do you want us to just bring them in?
This is the period after
This is where you want
the
this bar?
documentary situation.
Go out there. Go where?
And then the next three of the moving lights are going to come towards the center. There, and Leah is going to sing in front of the center. Okay, we're going to stay in this the entire time that's happening. And when she's done singing, you can go ahead and go on.
I think it could go to the left.
Stage right?
Stage right a little bit more.
Ready, ready?
Yeah. Yeah, right there.
Is this angle correct?
I think, Graydon, if you could move to your left. Yeah, a little bit more. Yeah, right there.
That's where you want it? Oh, okay, okay.
Does that mean now?
This locks into place. You want to make sure they know this before they pull it out. This has a little lock key on it.
The big stars doing the work at center. Can we switch over to our we live in this for a real long time. Okay? And then at a certain point, we have the mirror ball. And then right there's in the call box.
I feel like it should be out.
This. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and go again. Downstage left. Lydia and Jay are going to do some kind of sketch interaction. Jay being the left bishop. And then we're going to go ahead and have our final back to have we're at the very end. Go ahead and do a blackout. Go ahead and hit it. And our blackout.
No, it just has to be totally lined up. It's there now. So this is the spot? And check those, and then I'm going to put a spike mark on the back of every leg.
The other things that are
Over my shirt.
we just need to keep a little track on. And we need to make sure Leah's microphone is placed. We need to make sure that the TV has got sound coming from it. Because, right, you've got sound coming out of your documentary? Yeah. And so when do we hit our Go-Go Club 2 sound? Is that going to happen at the same time as the TV?
No, it happens right after the documentary.
Right after the documentary. So when the documentary ends, it'll be clear. Someone's going to turn off the TV up there, and at that point,
No, what would happen is that it would go to a like black screen, and what's supposed to happen is that it's supposed to look like a TV in a bar. So it's there, it's playing, it would go to a black screen, and then it would turn back on to something else that has no sound. But the signal that the documentary is over is the black.
and that's when we're going to hit our sound. Okay, great. Sounds great. And we've got enough sound on the documentary. The documentary is like 10 minutes long, so we've got
It's
enough. 5.5 minutes long? You think we're going to have enough time for the house to, everyone to come in?
Well, they'll come in, I mean, the documentary and then like the beginning is all still happening while people are coming in. Like people can, yes.
It's okay.
Okay, cool. Well, can you, Grady, would you mind hooking up Leah's computer to that TV? Sure. Is it already up there?
The computer, yes.
Okay, sorry.
Evelyn,
Yes?
for you, if I'm the DJ, am I out of the light or in the light? And if so, do it. How far? This is out? I'm all the way out?
Yeah, you're out.
And right here I'm in?
Close enough. Yeah. Yes.
I know, that is puzzling.
The house is gonna open, right?
So the sound and lights will matter.
That's fine.
Is this good? This where you want this?
Yes.
When Leah starts getting in front of the DJ table with the microphone, that's when we go into 203. Yep, she'll be singing in front of her.
But it's like.
When she is done singing, that's when we go into 204.
And then Alanis is just like this.
When
Yeah.
they've clearly gone
and
for the
then
center position and are dancing there,
But we have the club.
Oh, yeah, and sure, we can tell.
and then they're building there, right? So we're gonna, the build is gonna be then to 207 and then to 208. And the exact time that happens, we don't know.
Wait, this isn't the
Okay.
right? Yeah.
205 is the call and response. I think that we're gonna build to a certain point. I'm gonna see.
That's more of like.
Well, I don't know, but we do that, we do
Yeah,
like
or when we see it today.
throw in a circle. I think you're in between me and Ayana.
And that's the same thing with 207 and 208. We know that there's Q to call, 209 is when Leah and Ray are down at the washing station.
I go.
Do I
this
plug
way
in
so
the
you
headphone
can
jack as well
go.
right now?
You do. You do plug in the headphone jack. We just need to be in communication because I need to unmute it. Plug it in and I'll unmute it over here and then we can test it.
I don't think so, because I think we do the sugar candy 3D.
Let me know when you're there, Francis.
It's plugged in.
All right, why don't you test it?
No, I know.
No, we don't.
Are you cranked up all the way?
I'm cranked up all the way.
Great.
Still at the heart of music 50 years later, the sound system.
Oh, and then the little solos and duets right before the final sugar candy. We get into a club, and everyone has a count. There's a ninth count, and they jump up and do a blues.
Yeah?
Like, we all
the first one, and there's two.
Ideally, they'll be able to forecast that they're moving there, so just keep an eye on Leah. And when she's there with whoever Jay is, who I haven't seen yet, that's when we're going to do the downstage flight. Okay?
Yeah.
And then, when they leave that space is when we go into 210. And then when the piece is done, is when we go into the black. We're just gonna learn. It's 0.5, it's called Go-Go Club 2. No. It just goes. You want to try it right now? Alright. Stand by sound, stand by lights, stand by, and go.
And now for our feature presentation.
So me go so then, but I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue, and I might not play number 2. All I know the time is just getting jet. Need a lot of trees up in my head. Got a lot of dental in my bed to run everywhere. But I don't flick a girl, them want the road, them got the goody. One thing me have to tell them, don't they got the woody. Front way, back way, but they came on up and show me. Virgin, them want give me, and they have to took it. Hot girls out the road, I said them see me, and I tell them.
So is this when you're going to be singing when this goes lower? Is it about 3 minutes in? Okay. I'm just wondering, how much we're going to need to crank up your microphone to go across. So let's figure that out. Okay? All right.
And then the end of the track has a signal.
Amazing. It does. Look at that. Okay. Great. Are you feeling good? Yep. Your computer went to sleep? You know how to change the settings so that it won't go to sleep?
Yes, it also, once it's playing something, it doesn't. But
Okay.
I think it's already.
There's only one sound cue, is my understanding. It's that, and it goes all the way through. But I think we might need to either, when we're actually in front of the soundboard, which isn't down here right now, when Leah is singing, we might need to dip the volume manually to a certain point so we can hear her, or increase her microphone. We'll have to just figure that out. Okay? Yeah, no problem. Yeah, let's figure out.
Now, am I starting now physically there or just on the response?
When the call and response. It's also not something that has definitive punctuation.
Okay.
Right? And then that's why we don't know exactly how to build yeah? Yep. And it's basically that. Ball and then let's get down here, then the last bubble. And then blackout. And then blackout can happen just before the fade. So that's going to be somewhere around
Second section of the camera comes out.
6:20.
Right.
16:20 in the track is when we're going to be going to blackout.
Okay.
My understanding. I think it's going to either be right there where it is, or it's going to be like spun around on the backside of the TV or something. Or we could throw something over it, like Jubatine, because you don't want to see it.
But to
Right.
go from this section to
The only difference is that I'll be connected to the wire.
I don't know.
avoiding
You can
right.
go
Okay,
grab it,
that's
sure.
yeah, that's thank you. I mean, it's just okay. Are we gonna pull them up a little bit so not as no sound.
And no audio is coming from the camera, or should be.
Should be. We've muted it on the screen over there.
Yeah, I saw.
So
I can also like just turn down the mic on the.
That'd be amazing if you would do that.
For sure.
but We want to just double check that that's always going to be muted before we plug anything in.
Yeah, exactly. Cool. Both channels are muted.
Thanks.
test first?
No, I think we're good. I think I need to get this microphone up towards Leah and figure out where that's at. That's about it.
Oh, you're bringing all your friends, right? Just know you're bringing all your friends.
Yes, all of you.
Dude.
Yeah. Say the prayer.
Yes, I'm good. Here you go.
Oh.
Is this one?
Oh, yeah.
Two and two.
Right?
Wait, so that's before the shuffle.
Yes. And then it comes in.
Da, 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 da. Yeah. And there's 4 of those.
Yep.
And then we follow.
So Lee, are you ready to go?
Are we just gonna run it?
Yeah, we're just gonna run it. We're just gonna go ahead and start that. And I'm gonna say like, now is the time for the house to be open. And we can or continue to dance as if the house is going in for the 5 minutes that this documentary plays for. And then when the documentary plays, we're gonna go ahead and start. And then,
Should they take all this
what do you mean take all this off?
The stage. The stage.
this stuff? Because it's not set until they set it well.
Why don't we do that the second run? Because I want to hopefully get 2 runs. Okay?
Okay, so you guys can leave the stuff and come out in your orders.
Just like pretend to put it
Just
on.
like pretend to put it on. Pretend. And then go into the set.
And who's gonna start the documentary?
I was.
Okay, go ahead and do it, and then I'll open the house.
I think you should if you can. So everyone's off now.
We could go ahead and move the laptop off stage,
Are you okay
but
with
it doesn't
Yeah.
reach off stage right now.
Okay. Okay.
Am I good to go?
Yeah, go for it. Alright, warming it up.
The story of modern Jamaican music starts in the early 50s in the poorer areas of downtown Kingston, with the emergence of a uniquely Jamaican phenomenon still at the heart of the music 50 years later, the sound system. The sound system is essentially a street discotheque with speakers big enough to raise a family in, and it's where poor Jamaicans have been coming to dance till they drop since the 50s.
The decades-old sound is evolving in a fresh generation of singers who are elevating the beloved music to new heights. Ramona Kosarabdi sat down with the stars of the new school of reggae and dancehall to talk about launching reggae and dancehall into the respect they deserve.
Dancehall was birthed from reggae music. It's just a faster paced rhythm, a more high tempo, more aggressive sound than a reggae music is more soothing, more cultural. It's a very bold, expressive kind of music. Dancehall, you can identify dancehall separate from reggae by our language, the patois.
Anything you said, them girl, do it like it's hot. I make my own money like the girls who we trust.
The thing about dance hall, which I've gotten to realize the more I've been in the space, is that it looks like it's a dance, but it's actually things that we do every day, every single week. And so the only reason why somebody can make something legal bird, signal the plane, yeah, para parachutes, road boat, all of those things came from just things that we do every day. So dancehall is literally just an individual's way of expressing a certain concept or theme that they want to portray, and then the community, you know, relating and aligning with that, and everybody can relate, so everybody does it together. That's what it's rooted in, and it's also rooted in continuity. So whatever that it is that you're trying to express, you find some way to make it continuous and loop, like music. And I feel like that's why it's so captivating, and why the rest of the world really loves it. It's something that's supposed to loop. Now, in today's day and age, new school dancehall is a bit more technical, but if you look at the older moves, butterfly, it loops, go-go, it loops, all of them loop. It's about something that is a cycle, pretty much, and it's truly just one person's expression that captivated the people who are surrounding them in the party space. You can make a dance about literally anything. You can make a dance about a go-go braids. You can come so, you can't bother with it. It can be anything that you want to express. That's literally what dancehall is about. And that's why the next big aspect of it is, especially for women, it is such a freeing space. You're allowed to look like anything. You're allowed to dress however you feel like you want to dress. You're allowed to be anybody's size. Every woman in dancehall, every woman in Jamaica, the world, is sexy and should love herself and love all parts of herself and express that. A lot of our female artists drove the confidence into our minds with their music, especially I love a lady song. Yeah? She's like the minister of confidence to me. And I think when you pair all of those different elements together, that's why the rest of the world is so in love, because they grow up in societies that want them to be like this. Not even just women, the men. So like when you live in Europe, not that they can make money outside. It's literally like everybody needs to be like this. So that's why I have plane loads, bus loads of people coming here every month. I can teach up to 40 students per month, and that's 40 people who don't live here, who took a plane to come here, to come take classes, go to the parties, go to the beaches, and go back home. And they come, at least some of them come twice a year. And that's, I don't really know when the government ever come. I don't know when they're going to come. But that is quite literally insane that a small island is pulling people just from dance and culture and party culture. Not just the beaches and the hotels. Like they come in and they want to be in the streets. That is quite literally insane if you really think about it. We're a very small island, you know, people who are flying from as far as Australia to come here and take our classes.
America had a big deal of everything else are small fries and side order.
And now for our feature presentation.
So me go so then, but I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue, and I might not play number 2. All I know the time is just getting jet. Need a lot of cheese up in my head. Got a lot of dental in my bed, too good and real. But I don't flick a girl, they want it, what they got, they goody. Watching me up and tell them don't you got the woody. Front way, back way, but they came on up and show me. Virgin them want give me, and they have to took it. Hot girls out the road, I say them see me. And I tell me, say them have something big, give me. How much time I like them all, I dream about the Jimmy. Them a promise and I tell me, say, feel me. But the promises are compared to a fool, so cool. But I don't know, say that man not be ruling the school. When I bet them, just wet them up just like a fool. But I dig it every way I feel something cool. But I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I might not play number 2. All I know is how I just get in jet. Need a lot of cheese up in my head. Got a lot of dental in my bed to run that relay. So how can they want big up them chest? But they don't know that to go for there, you rated as the best. I wouldn't dare love it to stand up all this. When I get a finger, got your only girls with every girl, so give me the girl them. Yo, in every minute, I'm with it to get the girl the best. Cause they can get them regular visit, just give me the girl them. Now them all a pressure, me selling last year, me I did up for them. Over me, them big papa, give me the girl them. Off of the chronic, we take a drag, and I don't mean to brag. Every day I got to share, give me the girl them. Every time I look in my mind, it's all the girls I want to find, and to love them desire. But I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I might not play number two. All I know this happens is getting jet. Need a lot of change up in my head. I like the next day in my bed. You put it everywhere.
Roll the board, roll the board, roll the board, come on, roll the board now. Signal the plane on the signal the plane, no. Signal the plane on the signal the plane now. Password, 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 password now. Pon the river, pon the ball, pon the river, pon the ball. Hey, give them a run and give them a run, yo. Give them a run and give them a run, yeah. Give them a run and give them a run, yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, hey. Just got paid and I got a little money to burn. Gotta get paid, gotta find me a sexy girl. Got the attraction, sing me a friend. That makes me feel my move on my flame. No, don't get it twisted, I'm just in lane. Wanna say to my lyrics and get in your vein. If you got to turn away from the train, baby, let me know if you're down to my game. Cause I just got paid and I got a little money to burn.
Shake that thing, miss. Better shake that thing, miss. And I better shake that thing, yeah. Da 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 da. Jody and Rebecca, woman get busy. Just shake that booty non-stop when the beat drop. Just keep swinging it, get jiggy. Get drunk up, percolate anything you want because it's oscillating. But don't take pity. Want to see you get loud when the rhythm of the ride. And when it picks up about electricity. Yeah, nobody can tell you nothing because you don't know your destiny. Just take it.
Rush on, doesn't make it easy and stay true to one thing but wait. Hold on, if Solomon and David had like this by dozens, then why can't I be greedy? Tell me why, oh why, oh why? Why if you have one girl when Continental that I take it, Continental that I take it, one me for themselves, forever except one. Loose cannon me never take it, when me aim to fire me target me next. Rush on, doesn't make it easy and stay true to one queen but wait. Hold on, if Solomon and David had like this by dozens, then why can't I be greedy? Tell me why, oh why, oh why? Why if you have one girl when Continental that I take it, one me for themselves, forever except one. Loose cannon me never take it, when me aim to fire me target in excess. Me don't can be done relentless, rotation always in full defense, that's when one got upright, me step left, select the next candidate. Girl, if you want me, then you can have it. Sharing is caring, so you got to share me. Say you like that chocolate, ooh, I'm free of cost. Sharing is caring, so you got to share me. Yeah, African girl are my favorite. Somebody way all them gyrated. South American girls love a nice bass. When the dance is coming like an earthquake hit. Antarctican girls them ice cold, but them one touch take me to my places. Australian girls them make me, but the European girls drive me crazy. Asian girls them kind of tasty, but the personality is like a pastry. North American girls captivate me. I'm careful and better, me like there's something you don't know. I like bad bitch, I like go-go. She like tapping, she like solo. Let's see the chatting, something of a total. No one a shy, go road. Sin in your mouth, make it come to your nose. Come on, I sin in your nose, I'm a broke out. And if she no monkeys, I know, no, nobody just monkeys, man, no more. Alright, party jack, stop it now, so you have to wait jack. Give me the party jack, when party jack, so we can be fast. I ain't not taking long from the jack, I pass my jigs up, my dad, that is that. She has to stop where she stop. Style, hey, yeah. There's something I don't know. I like bad bitch, I like go-go. She like tapping, she like solo. Let's see the captain, something of a total.
One way like a go-go feel. One way like a go-go, one way like a go-go feel. You make me want to feel. Make me want to put it in a go-go feel. One way like a go-go, yeah. This Gucci crazy, myself but a boy I swear me. This wet and tiny, and 1,200 miles to find me. I love my own way, baby make me foreplay. My neck, my back and toes, yeah. My freaky makeup board, one way like a go-go feel. Call girl around your rodeo. Make me want to put it in a go-go video. One way like a go-go. Big body rockstar, I got some that you can fuck. Dash be a cash, but man no broke. Crush some weed and like alcohol. Yeah, guess who I come first? Boom boom outside, every night push. Tryna bother me like me, I want you. You can't let me then jump on the bus. Action movie, one star in. You come so much time, pull a cup in. But me I want to take me so we are doing. And I don't never fuck you, think I'll listen in. Come release, kick it me in a one free bitch. Love my man, them black and rich. Get sick when niggas that keep going. Pulling a go after 12. Work me and work as you can tell. Dance for the pole and I pay my bills. And nobody can tell you something what they don't know. You like bad bitch, I'm a toxic. Eat well, big body, intergalactic. You want me boom, pon it, cocky get mud sick. You want me put it in a casket. Chop up on it, put it in a sports dress. Take a ball in a go with me dick. When your mom stick, yeah, let me go, cause you know me, I'm flash down. Make you jump over different in a different setting. They don't know what I know. Physically not shut like a rock. Oh, you small body, big muscle like. I want me send for the G's on the side. Baby, make time for me. Me want you make time for me, and me die for me. And you know we don't need no privacy. Outside on the roof when you're riding. That camera action pose. Should be doing deep when we come through loose. So what I teach you, brothers come girl, no gotta need pro. Mama cleaned up your pussy by the left hand side. You know, my dog get wild and I know. Run, boom, flip my head up, goes like. Mama cleaned up your pussy by the left hand side. You know, my dog get wild.
money don't go. I think I just come from money gone. Girl, and I'm a player, want the pussy till the pussy come. Me love city girl, them come bicycle. A family to tell a fly from a tricycle. I'm here to fuck you, fuck your life. Cause I'm the woman away, you wanna build a man. Build a man, too much to the fire. From a man, me I'm a gun with the club car beat up. And you know when the pro box reach but 5.6 to the murder and leak up.
I feel the money on. That one is for the ladies. We know everybody put that sweet like sugar cane.
When that track ends at that point, it's when we're
Anybody got food?
before the track ends.
We really did not make it to that formation of time at all. Yeah. I said I could have it anymore.
The skit is happening.
Well, we have to go. Yeah, it was
We
the
missed
third
the
one.
time.
Me too. I forgot.
The singing and the skit are two things that we didn't get to show. Is Jay here? No? Okay. Okay. Is he done? Okay. Do we just want to cut that part out?
No, I'll still go up there.
Okay, great.
Okay, I wasn't sure because I was waiting for your questions.
Yeah, I also had a question about.
Yeah, let's talk about questions. Nice job, everybody. Why don't you get a drink of water for a hot second?
I have a question about, does the camera have to be on the whole time? Or can it just?
It totally can turn off. I thought you and Braden had
No,
talked
yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
I wasn't sure when, like, there
Yeah,
was the
no,
specific time.
fair.
for
I
you
just
to
didn't
turn
know
it
because
off.
of the wire, if now that was a mission that has.
I can totally put a lens cap on it. I can
Yeah,
totally turn
okay.
it off.
That was just my one question in terms of like, if that needed to move.
Are you happy? Do you have a different way to turn it off other than putting a lens cap? Or I guess that's fine.
I can just turn off the camera as well. I just, yeah, I mean, I can test to see if that will, like, because
I think the lens cap is going to be cleaner as a dowser because if you hit power and then something pops up on the screen, the camera will right.
Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, lens cap is fine.
Great. That's awesome. So what do you want him to do? When do you want him to turn off?
I want you to turn off the camera when the music starts, when they all come into the center, when you were kind of just standing there like on the opposite side, that is when you stop it.
Okay.
And then,
Which music does that sound like? Just because there were a couple of times when they all went into the center, I wasn't sure which one.
No,
Just tell me where you want to be.
It's about right after I sing, so probably
And now for our feature presentation.
And then the second time you want me to come back on is when
Is
you
when,
come on?
yes, so that would be at about,
Here's 4. And do you know when to turn off? It's grading on the rest of the time?
after this,
Yeah.
yes.
Okay. And then I'll just put the lens cap back on. Until our blackout and silhouette, right? Okay.
So maybe, can you play up until just like right before the silhouette?
Sure.
So that
You're gonna have somebody back there calling this for him, telling him when it's time to be done, or he needs to know this by himself first?
I think it's going to be best if he knows it by himself. I mean, we could get Emma into this if we want to add somebody into it, but it doesn't seem like that many cues. But Emma will be on headset.
Okay.
So.
Can we go back to 14?
Sure. It's 14.
Robots reach about 5.6 to the murder and go. I feel like money. That one is for the ladies. We know everybody put on swing action.
Should I, in the actual, in my thing, should I lower that volume so it's not so, like you can hear the static?
It's up to you. You want to?
You mean re-export the file? Is that gonna, it's not gonna change the static? Oh, it's in there, that's not the speaker, that's in the track.
Right, but if like, when I put it in the, when you put it in the program to set them all up, I can turn down the volume so that it doesn't, like, the static doesn't come up. Because it's like max volume in the program. I don't know.
I don't know if that's going to help
Okay,
much.
okay.
I'm happy to experiment with it, but you're talking, I don't know that, maybe it'll be great. I don't know.
Yeah, no,
It's up to you.
yeah.
I don't really hear the static.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know either. It's really loud.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, which I assume is what you want.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just meant like quality. But it's fine. We don't have to.
Is there any specific way you want me to, like, exit the first time? Is it a thing where you want me to turn on, or do you want me to douse it like when I'm in the center, or do I move off and then douse it? Or?
I think move more to the side and douse it.
Okay. Cool. Sounds good.
Let's talk about what you just saw. What did you just see? Okay, in addition, what else is this?
Can I ask you guys one question real quick?
Yeah.
I'm going to give
I was
them,
talking to everybody, so what, go ahead.
oh, okay.
No, go ahead.
I'm going to give them 5 minutes, then I'm going to have them come out here and start moving things off stage so we can run it again.
Okay, great.
So I just want to make sure it's right now 6:52. If leaking's starting at 7:30, I want to make sure we're going by 7:05.
Okay.
Okay? Does that work? Great.
So, you see this look right here? This look feels like the beginning. You understand? No, what does it feel like to you? I'm saying that because I want to understand how you have, you said the audience is coming in while what's on the TV is playing, so it doesn't matter if they see it or not?
If they see this?
If they see what's on the TV. If they're coming in while they're playing,
Yeah.
you're saying it doesn't matter if you see this or not.
No, it does matter if they see it on the TV.
So you want to wait till everybody sees it to keep going?
But nobody's seen it.
Oh, okay, sorry. Right, okay.
There's
I
nothing
think-
in the
I
house,
think
right?
the
They're all on
beginning-
stage.
Right, I think, well,
Unless they choose not to stand up there.
I mean,
I
you're
mean,
right.
We got people who can't stand up.
Well, our thought process was that we're going to, of course, people that can't stand up have to be able to sit, but the majority of people we wanted to encourage by putting caution tape on all these seats so that people were really encouraged to go up there.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
but, right, but like when you're saying that people, if they stand up, it's wrong.
Yeah, nobody, I mean, if I'm encouraged to go on stage, and and I'm one of the 3 people who get to the bar, great. But if I'm not, I'm just hearing the audio as if I don't know. I'm not getting the full picture. Again, if this thing sells out, how many people is it?
125 to 140. I can't remember.
125 people out there. Even 70 people out there. You got nowhere to get. I mean, I'm having a hard time. Again, look, let me just be real clear about what I'm saying. I don't have to like the decision you make. This is about craft and people actually being able to see the work you've done, rather than people coming and watching a screen and discounting the embodiment and the process that your dancers have put in over these 2 semesters. I want them to be able to show the work they've done without it being clouded by, I don't know who's over here, you know? You know what I mean? I'm not saying everybody has to sit out here. I'm just saying the more people on that stage, the more liability you have that I do not see the big screen. The other part is you got a couple elements that are going from the beginning for a long time, which then saturates the mood. Then I can't find the climax of the work, right? The follow spots from the very beginning, that's what I'm saying. This feels like a beginning, right? The day they're watching public, right? Then it transitions into something, but the follow spots from the beginning, I'm already like at 10, and now where we're going. Right from the beginning, so after this screen is over, maybe we work our way into this. Even maybe he goes into one section, douses, comes out. Goes into another section, douses, comes out. Right? I think their exits out of this slow motion build are a little jarring. Just in terms of, again, I'm not thinking about yes. And when they start and how long their slow motion is each. Yeah.
Would it be better if what was on like the video was projected on the big screen? Because now that I'm not using the Apple TV, we could use the Apple TV on the big screen and then switch that to the HDMI to my camera pretty easy. Right?
I mean, sure, and also, you know.
I think if we,
as opposed to a TV that is already hard to see.
So I guess what I'm thinking, Greg, and you can tell me if I'm wrong about this, I'm thinking in the atmosphere of what we're trying to set, there are TVs everywhere just playing a bunch of us. You know what I mean? Just TVs.
I'm gonna get those.
So I'm actually thinking also after the video's over, what plays on the TV? A muted soccer game, like, you know. News. Okay, muted news. Okay, good. Yeah, I think big picture, I think there's a lot of editing that needs to happen. I think we're in moments way too long to the point where they lose their potency. I'm not excited about them anymore. And I love your dancers, and I think they're working really hard, but they're not the greatest actors. Right? And that's not what you've got them here for. They're not here to act. Right? And so a lot of what they're trying to carry in the storyline is losing its mojo because they're in it too much. And the idea that, they're in their plain clothes, and when they exit and put on their clothes, nobody's exiting. They are. I want to be there who's standing there the whole time. They're back there playing with crates. They're back there just, somebody plugged in that cord 8 times. Yeah.
Because they don't leave until.
But they can leave. If the scene is set, 8 people don't need to plug in that cord overnight. That's what I'm saying. They can't carry this storyline that long.
Right. Okay, but then, so I maybe then I'm misunderstood and reading the wrong direction. So when these two at least, their storylines, because they're essentially the daytime. Right. And they're essentially
you were things that were changing,
they do this one.
how the video is
For
switching
the DJ
from the other.
and for everyone else, like they don't come out until the beginning.
Less
The bar is
potential
there,
problems. And the
then
other part of
bar
it is,
and bar, so they don't necessarily
is it
set
is it a
and
show?
set. Do you think that we should use the same thing as set?
Right? So that's just my thought process. I don't know. Been wrong about figures.
I mean, I didn't see nobody leave. What did that? When?
Once the video was over. That's when I told them to leave, is once the video's over and they, like, the dance mama starts, the one the music starts, and the dance mama starts, they leave the change and come back into the next one.
I mean, there's a lot of people out there all the time. And I think, again, that's why I'm so trepidatious about the audience being on stage. But it's, how many of you? 8? 10? All right, are you gonna run it with it this time? It's gonna be helpful for everybody. I'm sorry, what were y'all saying? That's my thought. Y'all gonna be here all week. It's my only day to be here, so I'm just talking out.
You're gonna be here tomorrow? You're gonna hang out?
Oh, tomorrow, you tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. What you got?
I just think knowing the peaks of when to do other like cues, I noticed there was like a cheering moment. Is that a like cue moment? So I know that there's 2 cues that are like based on the vibe, but they're not like clear vibe checks that I can be like, oh, okay, that's a new cue.
Yeah, I think that's something that I've got a hard time communicating with Evelyn about, and I think that Chris will hit on it too. It's just like, it's hard to tell how and when to build this, right? Like, there aren't the landmarks that I need to be able to see to be able to be clear with Evelyn about when things happen or what things happen. So,
like for me, the moments that were like seemed like peak moments was like when Mulan did a little kick thing, or then when Julian came like downstage and had like a little trio moment. Those felt like cue changes moments to me, but I don't know if that is what you like.
Yeah. Can you tell me which cue?
yeah, sure. So I think the thing that I think what's, yes, and I don't know that we want to do it right. I can feel it really quick. Let's look. All right?
It doesn't matter, I mean, we don't have to.
No. I think the thing is like when to go to the mirror ball and then when to go out of the mirror ball is really essentially what we need to know. And happy to rubbish can the moving lights at the start if we want to change that using that.
Yeah, I mean, I think, the first cue that is the daytime, I feel like we should then edit to make it
Sure.
more daytime.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do it.
Also, I don't know if you want Bert to do this right now, or if you want me to either stay later or come earlier tomorrow, because I know that we have a meeting.
Yeah, Lizzie's going soon.
But we're about to run this at 7:05, right?
Yeah, we're about to run in
Yeah.
3 minutes.
No, exactly, so I'm just saying, like, I don't know if you want to do this now,
I've
to
got-
change the cue, or would you rather to just do run it and then.
Like you have like one
Yeah, why don't we, I can see what I can do right now to just take those out and add something. And then go, then change it, we can go ahead and rebuild it. So let's go ahead to the first two.
We have a question about the opening part. Do you still want me to do this?
So we're gonna go ahead. We'll take this down. Boop.
Let's see what.
Oh, these are correct? Yeah, all right.
What are you talking about? I'm not on stage.
Sorry.
But I just didn't want the second one.
Because it's plugged in
Greatness.
over here, this is sort of the
Up there.
area
But we're not doing it on the YouTube, so he's gonna have to share that.
it's a really long
All right.
cable, but well, comfortably, I was able to get like here. Is that fine? But when I see you walking all this 21, I'll take off the lens cap and move.
Yeah, everything, and that's like the last.
Yeah.
The first one you have with the TV. I'm okay. Yeah, but we can't, I'll give them to you.
This is worldwide, I step in the room.
Booms. Boom.
where the song is. And the top row for the top. Double Malibu? Just for the
I don't have Oreo.
left. Good. Now, grab the first encoder. Crank it and count forward.
I'm just eavesdropping the whole chat, it's okay, because it kind of pertains to me. So really let that. Okay, because ours is.
Now let's go back.
Well, yeah, there's me and Ozzy.
Leah, are you ready?
Yes. Does everyone have their over shirt?
Okay, we're in places!
You guys, take a look at DJ stuff, and when you guys come home, just tell us when you come and set it up. Okay. So don't pretend.
Sounds good.
Hey there, friends. Here you go. Ready? Alright, you're in. Grab your microphone. Make sure to turn it on. Alright. House is gonna open. You ready, Grace? Doing alright, Evelyn?
Yep.
Great, here we go.
The story of modern Jamaican music starts in the early 50s in the poorer areas of downtown Kingston with the emergence of a uniquely Jamaican phenomenon still at the heart of the music 50 years later, the sound system. The sound system is essentially a street discotheque with speakers big enough to raise a family, and it's where poor Jamaicans have been coming to dance till they drop since the 50s.
The decades-old sound is evolving, yet a fresh generation of singers who are elevating the beloved music to new heights. Ramona Kosarabdi sat down with the stars of the new school of reggae and dancehall to talk about launching reggae and dancehall into the respect they deserve.
Dancehall was birthed from reggae music. It's just a faster paced rhythm, a more high tempo, more aggressive sound than a reggae music is more soothing, more cultural. It's a very bold, expressive kind of music. Dancehall, you can identify dancehall separate from reggae by our language, the patois.
Caribbean girl, you know for tick, you know for top. Yeah, man, I watch my body like say they don't watch a match. Yeah, anything you say, them girl, I do it like it's that. But make my own money like the curse when we chop.
The thing about dancehall, which I've gotten to realize the more I've been in the space, is that it looks like it's a dance, but it's actually things that we do every day, every single week. And so the only reason why somebody can make something, they go to bird, signal the plane, yeah, parachutes, road the moon, all of those things came from just things that we do every day. So dancehall is literally just an individual's way of expressing a certain concept or theme that they want to portray, and then the community, you know, relating and aligning with that, and everybody can relate, so everybody does it together. That's what it's rooted in, and it's also rooted in continuity. So whatever that it is that you're trying to express, you find some way to make it continuous and loop, like music. And I feel like that's why it's so captivating, and why the rest of the world really loves it. It's something that's supposed to loop. Now, in today's day and age, new school dancehall is a bit more technical, but you look at the older moves, butterfly, it loops, go-go, it loops, all of them loop. It's about something that is a cycle, pretty much, and it's truly just one person's expression that captivated the people who are surrounding them in the party space. You can make a dance about literally anything. You can make a dance about a boho braids. You can come so, you can't bother with it. It can be anything that you want to express. That's literally what dancehall is about, and that's why the next big aspect of it is, especially for women, it is such a free space. You're allowed to look like anything, I love to dress however you feel like you want to dress. I love to be anybody's size. Every woman in dancehall, every woman in Jamaica, the world is sexy and should love yourself and love all parts of yourself and express that. A lot of our female artists drove the confidence into our minds with their music, especially I love a lady song. Yeah, she's like the minister of confidence to me. And I think when you pair all of those different elements together, that's why the rest of the world is so in love, because they grow up in societies that want them to be like this. Not even just women, the men. So I can live in Europe, my God, I can make women outside. It's literally like everybody needs to be like this. So that's why I have plane loads, bus loads of people coming here every month. I can teach up to 40 students per month, and that's 40 people who don't live here, who took a plane to come here, to come take classes, go to the parties, go to the beaches, and go back home. And they come, at least some of them come twice a year. And that's, I don't know when the government ever come. I don't know when they're going to come. But that is quite literally insane that a small island is pulling people just from dance and culture and party culture. Not just the beaches and the hotels. Like they come in and they want to be in the streets. That is quite literally insane if you really think about it. We're a very small island and have people who are flying from as far as Australia to come here and take our classes.
America had a big deal and everything else are small fries and side order.
And now for our feature presentation.
So me go so then, but I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue, and I might not play number two. All I know the time is just getting jet. Need a lot of cheese up in my head, got a lot of dental in my bedroom, but that really. But I don't think a girl them want the road, them got the goody. I think me have to tell them don't take out the woody. Front way, back way, put the game on up and show me. Virgin them want give me, and they have to took it. Hot girls out the road, I say them see me. And I tell them up something big, give me. How much time I like them all a dream about the Jimmy. Them a promise and I tell me say I feel me. But I promise is I compare to a fool, so cool. But I don't know, say that man I be rolling the school. When I bet them just wet them up just like a fool. When I dig in the river, I feel something cool. But I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I might not play number two. All I know is I'm just getting jet. Need a lot of cheese up in my head. Got a lot of dental in my bed to run that relay. So how can they want big up them chest? But they don't know that to go for they are rated as the best. I wouldn't let up and just stand up all this. When I get up in a guy, you only girls with every friend, so give me the girl them. Yo, in every minute I'm with it to get the girl them. Best visit and get them regular visit just with the girl them. Now them all a pressure me cellular say yeah, me I did that for them off and beat them big papa with the girl them. Off of the chronic we take a drag and I don't mean to brag. Every day I got to share with the girl them. Every time I look in on my mind is all the girls I want to find and do me love them desire. But I don't really care what people say. I don't really watch what them want do. Still I got to stick to my girls like glue. And I might not play number two. All I know the time is just getting jet. Need a lot of cheese up in my head. I need a dental in my bed to run that relay.
Roll the board, come on, roll the board now. Signal the plane on the signal the plane, come. Signal the plane on the signal the plane now. Pass over. up again, 'cause I just got paid and I got a little money to burn.
Shake that thing, bitch. Better shake that thing, bitch. And I better shake that thing, yeah. Da 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 da. Jody and Rebecca, woman get busy. Just say that, hold it up, stop when the beat drop. Just keep swinging it, get jiggy. Get drunk up, percolate anything you want. Because it's up to the day, but don't take pity. Want to see you get down, but the rhythm of my body and my lyrics are about electricity. Yeah, nobody can tell you nothing, 'cause you don't know your destiny. Yo, sexy.
Now this one will give you the girl with the get every kiss on the blast. You know the rap of the track and you must put down players to do it. Come on, my yo, get it.
DJ, I can't sing a song for them, DJ.
If Solomon a baby that like this spiders and say, why can't I be greedy? Tell me why, oh why, oh why? Why if you have one girl when Continental gotta take it, Continental gotta take it. One me for themselves forever except Loose cannon me never accept. When me aim for fire me target the next set. Rush on, that's a make it easy and stay true to one queen but when one on. If Solomon and David that like this spiders and say, why can't I be free? Tell me why, oh why, oh why? Why if you have one girl when Continental gotta accept. One me for themselves forever except Loose cannon me never accept. When me aim to fire me target in excess. Me know them beat up relentless. No tension, no resting, full defense. One not upright, me step left, select the next candidate. Girl, if you want me, then you can have me. Sharing is caring, so you got to share me. Say you like that chocolate, ooh, I'm free of cost. Sharing is caring, so you got to share me. Yeah, African girl are my favorite. Somebody way all them directly. South American girls have a nice beat. When they dance, it coming like an earthquake. Antarctican girls, them ice cold, but them want touch take me to my places. Australian girls, them a make me, but the European girls drive me crazy. Asian girls, them kind of festive, but the personality is like a pastry. North American girls captivate me, if I'm careful and better, me like there's something you don't know. My go-go, she like tapping, she like sono, let's see the chatting, something of a total. No one a shy, she a go-road. It's in your mouth, make it come to your nose. Come on, I see now you can know some drunk out. And if she no monkeys, I no, but just monkeys, me know about. Alright, passenger, stop it now, where I go with ya. Give him pussy fast, it got now, when back it that, so when clap it fast. I ain't not taking it from jumping jump, the fast my jigs up, my that is that. She have to stop what she stop. Style, hey, can't tell something you don't know. Like bad bitch, like go-go. She like tapping, she like sono. Let's see the captain, something with big body, what's up? I got something that you can hold. Cash be a cash, but man, no broke. Push some weed and light and talk. Yeah, guess who I come for? Something that's like every day push. Tryna better don't make me want you. Action movie monster. You come so much time, but I'm not a brain. So me don't wanna take me, so me don't wanna clean. And I don't give a fuck if you call listening. Come pretty, you cock it on me in a one feet bitch. Love my man, them black and rich. Get sick when the niggas that keep going. Pulling out go after 12. Work me and work as you can tell. Dance for the pool, then I pay my bills. And nobody can tell you something what they don't know. You like bad bitch, kind of toxic. Well, big body intergalactic. You want me boom, but like a kid get mud sick. You want me put it in a casket. Chop up on it, put it in a stretch. Step up all in a go when you stick, child, let me go, cause you know I'm long. Make you jump up a difference in a difference. They don't know what I know. Pussy clean, I shut it like a rock. Waist small, body big, no select. When you send to the G's and style. Baby, make time for me. Yeah, make time for me, and make time for me. And you know we don't need no privacy. Outside on the roof when you're riding. Red camera, action, pause. So the game, no control. So what I do, reverse, I'm a girl, no girl,
pussy on the left hand side. You know, my love get wild all night. Now run, boom, flip on your head, don't side. If a girl want try, tell a girl come die. Mama bumper, I go round and round, round and round, round and round. Mama bumper, I go round and round, hard to that town. Mary had a little man, little man, little man. Mary had a little man, they did him like a clown. Mama cleaned up your pussy on the left hand side. Skin out, my dog get wild all night. Now rock, boom, flip on your head, don't slide. Bad, you wanna be like
Me like girl them go go. Me like girl them go go. Cause you put me in a bubble. Just a minute and music and money down. The party too nice, I got money down. So my finger just turn one money gone. Girl and I'm a player on the pussy till the piece come. Me love see the girl them on bicycle. My family could tell a fight for my tricycle. Come here, smoke here, fuck your wife. Cause I go man away, you ever tell them I do no much pray to get to the fire. Tell my mother. Me I'm a gun, cut, clap, beat up. And you will know when the pro box screenshot 5.6 to your murder and leak up.
I put them on you. That one is for the ladies. You know what everybody put that sweet like sugar cane.
I don't know that we can do that.
And then we all fall asleep.
All right. And delete.
And then just at the end. Okay.
All right, everybody. It'd be great to clear the stage so that Leahy's group can hit it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Do you want to keep this here?
Hey.
Just leave
I
it.
think it wasn't clear before. Well, let's see what Crystal said. It's like, you are no longer like down there.
Okay. Yeah. Are we gonna clear the board? No, it's okay.
I don't know.
Oh, my glasses.
I mean, if you're not doing anything in there for a sustained period of time, there's no point.
Yeah,
It doesn't really bring the narrative forward. I mean, did you miss your cue and you want to keep it, or do you want to just not do it?
Can we keep it until,
What are we talking about? Which spot?
There's a little
shtick that was going on downstage left. And then we wanted a little bit of isolate with her and Jay, but now it's just going to be Leah. And it seemed like it didn't happen at all, so I'm like, it didn't seem to bring the story forward. So I'm like, okay, let's just not, it's a distraction.
I saw you come over here. I think the hard part is there are the way that these lights are focused, there are several kind of distinct spots that the dancers aren't using earlier, so we don't know that that's important. And then when if you kind of come here instead of coming straight up the middle, then there's a kind of a flocking pattern that happens where there's 5 on this side, 6 on this side, and 4 on this side with a gap in the middle. So we got to close that up in order to focus on you down here.
I can come through the middle.
I think it's a stronger interest, but
That I can do, and then I think that way, like, come through DJ, and yeah, I can do that. Thanks, Steve.
I'll be here tomorrow. Thanks, Greg. Are you going to stop that? Yes. Thanks.
Yeah, I think I'll come through the middle and come down next year.
I think once she comes through the middle, that view will be clearer. Because right now, she came out here, and it got mixed up and came back over here, and you couldn't really see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think once she comes up the center, it'll be clearer and easier.
All right, you want to try to undo that? Thank you, please. All easy.